When the coins get tough, the tough shells get coins. Was jam-packed with action and event.
It's just, I heard that Marcel from corporate has shown up here.
What? I guess it could be a publicity stunt?
Someone put those messages in the system.
You worry too much. They're not hacks, June, they're glitches. You mean, we built that thing, it can't stop us.
You keep telling yourself that, Scotty. The writing's on the wall. Literally.
Seems to be some kind of...
Are you ready for something else? We are CNS, and we are here to change the game.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Crimson here. The Finals is currently one of my favorite video games of all time. From the diverse loadout options, destruction, and even wacky strategies, this game has me hooked. Not only that, what if I were to tell you that this game is housing a dark secret that goes beyond what you would expect from the FPS genre? But before I can explain that aspect of the game, let's get everyone acquainted about what Finals is about. The Finals is considered the greatest virtual game show in the world. The game itself takes place in the virtual world, which is a separate world from the real world, or better known as the meat space. In this universe, 75 years into the future, humanity spends most of their time in the virtual world. The point of this game show is for contestants to fight for fame, riches, and to impress the sponsors. While the sponsors use the game show to gain exposure to the massive global audience the game attracts, and of course, sponsored gear is only given to the best contestants. All this is achieved by advanced VR tech made by the company Volpe, one of the many sponsors of the Finals. So now that you understand what this game is about, you may be wondering, how is this game even dark? Well, just wait a moment, we'll get there, but let me show you a slide from the game's branding guide. Also, a quick side note, Embark, the company that develops this game in real life, is also the developers of the game inside of the game's universe, so keep that in mind as we continue. Here's a quote from the developers themselves. "The Finals is not about survival. Even though the combat and competition can be brutal, the violence is balanced by the show's approachable and playful premise and style. Coin death and VR effects communicate that this isn't real. No one is getting hurt." Very strange, right? Normally when you hear virtual game show, you would automatically assume that nobody's getting hurt. So why would the developers make this a clear point that there is no violence? This issue has led me to believe that the previous participants of the Finals are dead.
You are my special.
I know, a very bold claim for a game that seems pretty harmless on the surface, but trust me, you'll understand soon enough. So let's first take a look at Scotty, one of the hosts of the show. Currently what we know about Scotty is that he was a previous contestant in the Finals, a successful one at that. We know this through his achievements in-game as well as voice lines from Scotty, such as, "Well, I saw that one coming, June. You know, the train died with former contestant and all that. Ah, well, June, I've been in our contestant's shoes myself. Not letting the pressure get to you is the key to victory." You can also receive an achievement called Just Like Scotty for completing a round in the game without dying a single time. Not only is Scotty being a previous contestant a key to this theory, his connections to Mackenzie Lapis, the CEO of Volpe, who designed the VR tech for the game. During gameplay, you can sometimes hear a conversation between Scotty and June when he assumes that they're not on air and he says this to June. And so I asked Mackenzie for a pre-release version and, as he gets cut off by June, informing him that they're live on the show. This connection here not only solidifies Scotty being contestant, we also know that he had a previous version of the game that was not public. Scotty having access to this pre-release version of the game may not sound like a big deal, but remember you have to have at least 9 players to start an official quick match in the Finals. So this leaves one glaring question: where are the other contestants? So far we only know of one legacy contestant in the Finals, and their name is Odelia the Trickster. What we know about this contestant is provided to us through the Season 1 Tier 100 Battle Pass reward, which reads as follows. Embrace Odelia's legacy as a contestant in the Finals. Pay homage to the trickster who dances between illusion and virtual reality, leaving opponents chasing shadows. So the question is, where'd Odelia go? Well, I have a hunch that Odelia is one of the contestants that met their demise during the pre-release version of the Finals. Now, in order to set the tone for what's to come next, I'll present 2 examples. One will be an example where players experience demise in their VR game, and the second will allude to the overall tone of the game as a whole. Let's take a look at my first example, starring a popular anime about a VR game gone deadly. Sword Art Online. Instead of explaining the whole thing to you, let me just play a clip that'll explain the situation perfectly.
The reason I created Sword Art Online was to control the fate of a world of my design. You cannot log yourselves out of SAO, and no one from the outside will be able to shut down or remove the nerve gear from your head. There is no longer any way to revive someone within the game. If your HP drops to 0, your avatar will be deleted from the system forever, and the nerve gear will simultaneously destroy your brain.
So what's the similarities between both SAO and the finals? Well, as you can see, both games take place in a VR world where you can expect nobody getting hurt until one day a developer decides to take a turn for the worst and turn up the heat in a more twisted sense. This next example is going to be a little bit more subtle, and you guys might be expecting this example, but just hear me out. I believe the finals game show plays a lot of similarities from the hit Netflix TV show Squid Games. Just in case you guys have never heard of Squid Games or have been living under a rock for the past 5 years, let me give you a quick synopsis of it. Contestants participate in a secret contest where 465 players, all who are in deep financial hardship, risk their lives to play in a series of deadly children's games for the chance to win $4.56 million prize. Although both game shows are different in how they are operated, they both share a concept in where participants compete in games in order to win some sort of monetary incentive. But those parallels don't stop there. Let me draw your attention to the similarities between the VIPs and the frontmen, to the masked mogul outfit, and the various animal masks currently in the finals. Now that we've linked Squid Games and Sword Art Online together to the finals, let me recap what we know so far. Currently in the finals, there are 2 known legacy contestants, one being Ophelia from the Season 1 Battle Pass, and our beloved host Scotty. Furthermore, there's a high chance that these contestants, with the exception of Scotty, died during the pre-release version of the show. Now, I did just put a bold claim, and the game has been out for 3 seasons, and there's really been no proof of this being true. Well, currently in the finals, there's an ongoing occurrence of lingering bodies throughout gameplay, which in normal FPS is not a concern, but when it's a game show where they specifically say that nobody gets hurt and die via coin death, it is a little concerning to say the least. Currently, there have been 2 versions of this issue in game, that being ragdolls and what I call VR death. One of the more recent occurrences of this phenomenon happened during Dixie's FPL live on stream.
There's that glitch, the dead body glitch on there too. What the hell?
Wait, the dead body glitch?
That much? Yeah, it's like.
Well, the body's still alive, right? Like
and it's just covered in like, the blue squares or whatever.
It's weird.
After seeing this happen live in my own game, I remember that I had seen this before, but it had been so long since I've had this occur. During my research, I discovered that I was not the only one that this had happened to. Multiple different players across Reddit and Discord had shared their findings of the same lingering body glitch. I believe that there has been a previous incident that is being brushed away by Multico in order to protect its profits and to keep the sponsors and contestants playing. With the lack of returning contestants in the finals, I suspect that something has happened to them. Something dark. All of this and more will start to unfold, and what will help confirm my suspicion? The introduction of the next legacy contestant, Finals Poster Girl. But hey, that's it for me. If you guys enjoyed the finals, please leave a like, and remember, although combat and competition can be brutal, no one is getting hurt.
She on the way over, burn the bitch over, fucking the road, but call it a night, wake up and start over. Hey, shit's a wavy.